Hello, welcome back to episode 22 of Things DIORPIUM wants you to hear. This is take two. My computer's fucking up again, so I had to reset it. That's what I did last time. It worked. Maybe I just need to, turn it off more, let it breathe or whatever. But I got 10 good things I want to yap about. Some good things, some other good things, all good things, basically. We're just going to get right into it. Number one. This hype grappling match we got going on today. I'm so excited for this, bro. We got Armin versus Makayev, or Armin Sarukian versus Muhammad Makayev or whatever. Bryce Mitchell versus Gene Silva. That's going to be cool. The rematch, but in a submission-only grappling match or whatever. And then we have Shara Magomedov, whatever, versus Edson Barboza. That's going to be good, too. My prediction for those, I don't think we're going to see any subs. I think Armin versus Muhammad's just gonna be like a wrestling match, maybe one submission attempt from each. I could see Muhammad kind of maybe like having a heel at some point or something, but then not really doing nothing with it. And then maybe Armin just kind of like is smudging, or maybe has like a rear naked choke at one point, but everyone kind of escapes, and it's a draw technically because they couldn't sub each other. But maybe I really want Bryce to sub Gene Mitchell and get his lick back. Even though everything was good. All the vibes are good between them. Like, it's all promo. There's no hard feelings. Even Bryce said that. Like, even in their face-off, Gene pushed him or whatever. Then Bryce came back, you know what I'm saying? But it was still all good. Like, even in the little presser they had, like, it was all love. Like, it really makes me happy to see that shit. But my favorite part was when Bryce was telling him about, like, yo, you're too big. You're the reason I moved down to 35. I mean, he did, because he did move down to bantamweight after he got the ninja choked fucking live on pay-per-view in Miami. But and then Edson Barboza versus Shara Bullet. Nah, I listen. If Armin can't do it, Edson Barboza's not gonna do it, and I don't see Shara doing that to Edson Barboza. So, like I said, most of them are probably gonna end in a draw or whatever, because you only get the win if you find the sub. That's the rule for them. But next one, we got Francis Ngannou versus Philip Lins. I have no idea who that is. I'm not gonna do any research. I'm not even gonna watch this fight live on Netflix. Sorry, that might be cap. I might. Fucking kill me. I might watch it. Whatever. I don't want to, but I don't want to. It's more of like I don't want to admit that I'm going to. All because of the shit Ronda's saying about the UFC, bro. Yo, fuck Ronda Rousey, bro. She talking all this crazy shit. Shut up. Your fucking event you got going on here, your whole promo is basically based off talking shit on the UFC not paying their fighters or whatever. Dude, you're mad you didn't get paid before the Paramount fucking deal. You probably got fucked over somehow because you can't read a contract and business is dirty. All right, it is what it is. I don't know anything. I just have 87 subscribers. I don't know Jack. But yeah, fuck Ronda Rousey, bro. That whole shit's gonna be a flop, bro. Man, that makes me fucking hate hype or MVP. Not hype. Sorry. I love hype promotion. I'm so sorry. I'm an MVP, the most valuable promotion ever. That shit is so stupid, bro. Get out of here with your fake shit. Wanna be, bro. You got these old not even washed, but basically washed UFC fighters. Because Ngannou's definitely not in his prime no more. Bro's literally taking a nap for the last like 2 years. But, yeah, fuck that shit. Fuck all that. I'm going to the next one, man. I don't even want to fucking talk about that shit. I don't even know why I wrote that shit down. Fuck all that. ILIA continues his devious run. I'll obviously put the text on the screen here. I just want to read this out loud for you guys, because this was beautiful here. Once again, Islam comes up with an excuse. This time, it's an injury. I always knew I would be part of the White House event, even when the UFC told me at one point that they wouldn't count on me for the event. I knew it was part of the negotiation. When they finally told me I would be on the White House card, they mentioned Islam. I didn't hesitate for a second to accept the fight. Even though the fight hadn't been officially confirmed yet, the White House card was going to be announced the next day. And then I woke. I found out that Islam had gotten injured. And then Justin Gaethje appeared. Once again, someone else who will pay for Islam's escape. Both of their manager is a bitch and also ugly as hell. True. Psych. Not true. I don't know anything. Justin, see you at the White House. I'm not someone who humiliates people. It will be quick. When you wake up, everything will already be over. So, bro, when I read this, I was literally laughing immediately as I read it, because it's literally just so devilish, bro. Like, what do you even, not even devilish, but just on his villain shit, bro. But, he's a God worshiping man. So, he's just saying how he fucking manifests it or whatever. You know how Ilya and his fucking magic, bro. But, It was so funny. My friend sent us to the group chat, and we were just texting like the key parts of this back and forth as a joke. 'Cause that shit was just so funny. Like when you wake up, everything will already be over. Just imagining. This is gonna be so bad, bro. He's gonna do him so bad. And then Islam responded, "We both know who chickened out here. You can't hide your cowardice with tweets, but one day you'll get what you asked for." And that's true. And I just want to settle this real quick. I was debating with Christian, my friend. Ilya beats Islam. Ilya beats Islam. They are so close in the grappling. Except I think Islam's a little bit better than Ilya in the grappling. Like they're like this. This is they're like this. This is Islam. This is Ilya. But the striking's like this. The striking's like this, and it's only because of the boxing. Islam has good MMA striking, but the boxing, yes, is an MMA fight. Take him down. We saw what happened when Charles tried to take Ilya down. Boom. Ended up in a crucifix. I'm not saying I don't think he's in a crucifix Islam, but I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up in one somehow. Like that's not gonna be surprising, you know what I mean? But the striking is what makes the difference here. Obviously, Ilya brings it home. Number 1 versus number 2 pound for pound. This is gonna be some real fucking shit right here. Hopefully it's an MSG or some shit. It needs to be on US soil. It cannot be in Dubai, Saudi Arabia. It can't be in the Middle East. Come on, it's not going good over there right now. Why would you put number 1 and number 2 pound for pound in a scenario like that? Come to MSG. We'll show you. We'll show you. But yeah, that one's gonna be crazy. Next one. I'm not gonna talk about this one too much. This one's just kind of it is what it is. They're talking about they want to do a DBX show the day before the White House event in DC. Dirty Boxing DC. They just got basically approved for Pennsylvania. And I don't know where Washington DC is exactly. I know it's like in that Maryland, Delaware. You know what I'm saying? The DMV or whatever you call that. But yeah. And I made a video before talking about like how I didn't really like how they were like going where the UFC was, but low-key I understand. That's where people are in that moment. And DBX isn't expensive as UFC, so yeah, let's go catch a DBX fight before the UFC card. So honestly, it's not a bad idea. And plus with the White House shit, you could get like very influential people at that event, just seeing it, getting some eyes on it. Maybe you get some investors or some shit. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know nothing. Like I said, I just got 87 subscribers. But yeah, that'd be cool, I guess. I'm obviously down for DBX DC. That sounds very interesting. Next one, Colby Covington versus Dylan Danis RAF. Good one. I'm gonna go Colby Covington just first because the fact that it's pure wrestling here and Dylan Danis is more jiu-jitsu. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty good. I think they're gonna have a good back and forth, but there's no submission here. So in a wrestling match, I'm gonna take the wrestling dude over the jiu-jitsu dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using common sense here, but. If Dylan Danis shocks the world, I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, this one's going to be pretty good. I really just see Colby. I don't see him pinning him. I see him kind of like teching him. So, just getting all of it, basically just outpointing him and finding the dub. So yeah, that's that. Next one will be some bad news from Miami in 314. Manuel Torres pulled out. Manuel Torres pulled out of his fight with Beneil Dariush from injury. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure what it is exactly, but we won't leak that. We fuck with Manuel Torres over here. El Loco, you know what I'm saying? El Loco, Mexicano, or whatever. But, bro, we were literally going to see, like, half a second, whatever, put, 3 exponents on that half or whatever, however that works. I don't know. But we were going to see the fastest knockout in UFC history right there. But now it's just completely, impossibly not going to happen, so. That's gay. But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't meant to be. If it was, it would have happened. But, yeah, it's very sad. I don't know anyone who should, fight Beneil Dariush on short notice. And I haven't heard anything if they're just, like, scrapping the fight, if they're going to find someone on short notice. Or, maybe they'll just, like, if it's a slight injury, they can just reschedule for, like, a month or two later. Like, you know what I'm saying? Damn, sorry. But, yeah, that's very unfortunate. But that means they got one more spot to fill in the main card. Or maybe they'll just move, a fight from the prelims on the main card, but they shouldn't. They should, find someone on short notice because we need that. Next one. RDR is moving up to light heavyweight, and this is gonna be good. And obviously, he just lost to Cal Barajo. I don't think he got outbodied or anything, but obviously, 2 losses in 185 now, probably for how long RDR wants to fight. Or maybe he just like knows where he stands at 85 respectfully with himself. So, 205 obviously has less skill, but obviously it's still high skill. I'm not trying to talk shit on 205. I feel like the higher you go in weight, the less skill it is. But obviously, it's a UFC. It's top of the line. Like, I'm not trying to say they're trash or they're not, Good, they are, obviously. But I think a perfect matchup to give RDR in his first light heavyweight fight is a loser of Johnny Walker versus Dominic Reyes. Am I right here? Because I think the winner should fight up in the rankings. They deserve it. But then RDR could fight the loser, and that's still between like top 10 and top 15, like a good like initial placement attempt of a fight or whatever. So that fight would be pretty good. Hopefully that happens. And we got some DBX fights I got announced so far. Let's go over them real quick. And the first one here, we got Famez versus Bruno. I'm not too familiar with these guys. The vibe that I get from them is they're kind of like celebrity boxers. Like they're actually with the sauce like boxers, but they're like more of just like for the camera or whatever. Or maybe they're just like actually like just notable. I'm not too familiar with them or whatever, so I'm not trying to downplay whatever they've done in their life, but just not familiar. This will be my first fight I ever see of them. I haven't watched any tape or whatever, but this one looks like it could be good. A good, high, fast-paced, scrappy boxing match with good technical boxing, but in 4-ounce gloves. Like, how can you not like that? I don't think we'll see a lot of elbows, but maybe someone shocks the world. Next one, we got Monte Agbana versus Michael Hodezin. This one's gonna be good. Hopefully, this one's like kind of opening up the card or around there. Maybe like the last like early prelim or like in the middle of the prelims or whatever. But obviously, Monte Agbana coming off of a win over James Cannon, taking his O. Connor like did like what Lerone Murphy did to Josh Emmett and kind of ran in a circle. You know what I'm saying? For like 3 rounds. But it is what it is. He still found the dub. But this one should be good. I'm going to go Michael Hodezin probably by decision. I don't see anyone really getting finished here, considering Agbana likes to back up. And I think Hodezin could come forward and kind of find his chin. But I think Agbana's defense backing up is too good. So I don't think that'll really happen. But I don't know. Michael Hodezin is not James Cannon in like a good way. You know what I mean? Not trying to downplay James Cannon, but he's just pretty scrappy. He's not like the most technical or whatever. But next one. We got Sun Jun Lee versus, I think his name's Luis Garola, if I'm not mistaken. But Garola. I'm just going to say last names here. Besides Sun Jun Lee, we love Sun Jun Lee. One of my favorite DBXers, bro. What you know about rolling down in the deep? You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you walking out to that in 2026, bro? But obviously, from South Korea, the GOAT, Sun Jun Lee versus Luis Garola. Or just Garola, sorry, I don't want to know. But this one should be good. Haven't seen too much from Garola. I've seen a couple fights. I think they were either on LFA, but they were on, like, kind of like the regional MMA scene. He got hands, bro. He's fast. But, he looks like he might get a little tired. So I'm going Sun Jun Lee by finish here, but it could be Rumps because he is, I assume, Mexican, but that's very American of me to assume that. But I can trust that chin, I think. But that one's going to be good. Very excited for that one. Next one, Jaleel Willis versus what I think his name is Ryan Jett. I'm not mistaken. Jaleel Willis obviously got the uppercut of doom over Peter Stanowick. That was really good. And then Ryan Jett, this is his DBX debut. I'm pretty sure I seen this video of him in like a Trigon bare knuckle fight, destroying this guy in a corner. We'll say destroying. And then the ref's literally like pulling him apart, like, fighter, stop, for like 10 seconds, bro. And he does not get off. So Jed's kind of crazy, bro, and I think he can get ultra emotional in the fight. So if Jaleel Willis lands a good one, Ryan Jett's going to come forward. But I could see Jaleel Willis kind of surviving that, having good defense or whatever, and kind of letting Jett kind of punch himself out and maybe finding the decision here. So that would be pretty good. Next one, AJ Cunningham versus Gabriel Urit. This isn't the Ben Willis Gabriel Urit fight I wanted, but this is still really good. AJ Cunningham had to retire from MMA because he said he got injured from the back. He was in the UFC, not injured from the back, but he had like a bad back injury. But to see him in DBX fight very soon after that kind of has me concerned. I don't know how bad it was or like how bad that fucks up his mobility, but I guess it is what it is. But Gabriel Urit is crazy, but this is like a really, really good like regional scene fighter because I don't think Gabriel Urit's been in the UFC or like any like big promotions versus like someone who actually like a UFC vet. So personally, as much as I fuck with Gabriel Urit, I'm gonna go with AJ Cunningham over here, assuming his back isn't tweaked that bad if you can take a DBX fight like this. But I still fuck with both these fighters. This one's gonna be a good high level scrap in my opinion. And then thank God, Dustin Bailey versus Jeff Craig. This is gonna be fucking good. Chin versus experience, literally here. I'm going to go Dustin Bailey probably by decision, but I think it's going to go to a decision. I don't want to count out Jeff Craig, though. Jeff Craig's good. he can survive a good onslaught, and Dustin Bailey brings a good initial onslaught. So I think I can really rely on that. But as much as I want Jeff Craig to win, bro, 'cause I do fuck with him more than Dustin Bailey, and I'm not hating. That's just me as a fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm going Dustin Bailey still, just by decision. I think it's gonna be a good one, but I think he's just gonna land the better shots, and it just is what it is for 3 rounds. And the last thing here, we got not dirty boxing, sorry. Dan Hooker's response. I'm going to read it to you guys. Okay, it's been a minute. I'm back training, but before I go back to my team, I feel like I need to address a couple of things, mostly out of respect for people I care about who have been going through it. My wife has been my rock and will always be my best friend and the best mother to our awesome girls and kids to our awesome girls, my kids are my world. I'll look after my family until the day I die and every day after that. They mean everything to me. I don't think most of this is anyone's business, and you know what they say. You shouldn't believe everything you see, and even less of what you hear. The blow-ups on social media caught me off guard. I honestly didn't think anyone would take it seriously, but since people care, it's pretty simple. I ended an arrangement with someone. Naturally, she wasn't happy and asked for $100K for an NDA. I said no. What happened next was wild. She was clearly upset and started a campaign of lies to embarrass and to defame me, and mostly try to intentionally upset my family. I'm not making excuses for myself. It is what it is, but it hurts when the people who end up getting dragged into it are the ones who did nothing wrong. Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. Sue that girl, brother. Sue her to the ground. Take her everything. But yeah, just manned up, faced it. I really got nothing to say too much about it. It's good that he actually said something instead of just like kind of like, playing it off to promote stuff or whatever, like his weed brand or whatever. But dude, Dan Hooker's doing what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's crazy how girls be, bro, especially when like they know they can try to extort you for some shit. But thank God I'm not worth shit and I only have 87 subscribers, so I don't be doing bullshit like that. But yeah, that's crazy. I'm just glad he actually said something instead of like letting it kind of ride off into the sky or whatever, and then people just only wondered. So he technically didn't deny it. He didn't deny it. So he might be on some fuck shit, but it is what it is. He got exposed for it. Fuck that girl for trying to extort him, basically. Yeah. That is it. If you guys enjoyed, let me know in the comments if I'm tripping. Let me know if you can find a good replacement for Beneil Dariush on short notice here, because I can't. I don't know who really makes sense, who's ready, who's not scheduled. I didn't even really look into it. I just kind of saw this and I had to report it back to you guys. So, thank you. You guys have a good night. I appreciate it. Whatever. I'm saying that bullshit.